Hello, welcome to the Afrocentric Woman. Thank you for tuning in. Um, it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope video to step two. Here I am. Um, well, I'll tell you this about the YouTube algorithm. YouTube likes consistency. They like, especially if you publish around the same time every day, they love that. And they of course just they'll take content however they can get it. Like they're like when you post consistently. So when you don't post consistently, you go down in the priority as far as pushing out your content. So um you may catch this on the replay. You may not even be notified of this video as I'm going live because I have not published a video in, I don't know, a couple of months at least. Time seems to be a bit of a blur to me. It's all mushed together. Um, I did a vacation over the summer. Oh, well, I know I talked to you ladies after my Anita Baker, so maybe it's been 2 months since we've talked. Um, and so anyway, yeah, that's a long time in YouTube. Time to not be posting content. So hopefully you'll just come and visit the channel and see this and check it out. um, because it may not, like I said, be pushed up to you via the notifications because YouTube is not taking me seriously right now. They're like, girl, you're too inconsistent. We're not even supposed to push you, okay? But that's okay. Me and YouTube, we're gonna get back. We're gonna get back in sync one of these days. Alrighty. So what I wanted to come on here. Okay, before I come with my message, I will tell you that I've been going through a lot. Um, to produce the type of content I produce, I like to give you something um of value. And I'd been feeling so depleted, like I really didn't have much to give. I had some ideas and some sort of sketchings, but it was just hard for me to kind of string them all together in a coherent way. I'm already a little scattered naturally. And so, if you can add additional mental disorganization on top of my general scatteredness, it would just become like just a mess. So, I figured I just kind of needed to like get a sense of inner calmness and kind of gather myself before I could come back to the channel and attempt to offer you something. So that is the reason for my um, hiatus or break or whatever. There have been some ladies that do similar content to me who have not come back, and I really understand why. Um, it just takes a lot out of you sometimes to be in this space and to produce content that is not inflammatory or um you know that kind of like argumentative ratchet type of content, but like actually try to delve into deeper topics and also sharing personal things about yourself and really loving your audience and wanting the best for them and wanting to give something of value. It takes a lot, and so that's why some women come and they don't continue on. I've never contemplated taking the channel down, but I mean, I just take breaks as necessary. And that has been working for me for the past, can y'all believe it? Almost 2 years. So anyway, that's been the flow of things. Now, in the midst of this emotional and I've just been going through a lot, and I was feeling like I didn't want to reach out to family and friends about how I was feeling, and you know, feeling like I was kind of deteriorating, breaking down, losing my bearings, being overwhelmed with everything going on, inflation and the financial crisis and the droughts and the heat waves and the fires and it's just a lot. It's a lot going on. Um, and I knew that if I didn't reach out, I would, I felt like I was just on the brink of just losing it, just I was drowning. And even though I didn't want to reach out to friends and family, the self-preservation in me prevailed, and I knew that I had to save myself. Um, I do have a self-preservation and a determination in me that will activate. If it's not already it will activate when I really need it. Because I do have a deep desire to live and to be well and to seek wellness and to seek balance. So when things are unbalanced, I seek to return to balance. And when I feel like I'm drowning, I feel like I want to get to shore. I want to get my head above the water and I want to be well again. And part of my hesitation with reaching out to family and friends, I think, is a combination of a lot of things, but partially when I'm doing okay or when I feel like I'm managing, even if it's a bit overwhelming, sometimes I can go quiet. And I just think with adult relationships in general, it's harder to just keep in touch with everybody, all the people, all the time, all the things, all the places. And balancing those relationships can be challenging, and me feeling like the relationships are reciprocal, feeling like I'm contributing inside the relationship circle or, um, doing my part to call and to reach out, to remember the birthdays and the graduations and to send thank you cards and to, hey, how you doing? And, all of that. And it just can be a lot. It can be a lot. And sometimes if I'm just managing, I'll feel like I'll kind of let a lot of that kind of slip and slide and go to the back burner, which makes me feel guilty, which anyway, that can just be its own little vicious cycle. Anywho, several months ago, um, yeah, like around my birthday, anyway, that was an interesting time. But yeah, like around that time, I wasn't going through as difficult of time as the most recent one, but it was kind of a challenging time. And I reached out to my friends. I always feel weird about my birthday. And they took me to dinner one day, and then one day another friend took me. We went for like drinks and appetizers, and then a guy that I was dating at that time took me to dinner and dancing on a different day. So it ended up being, an okay birthday. But some of my friends, like, they really kicked into action because I was feeling um overwhelmed and a bunch of stuff. And so I kind of felt like, oh gosh, I really don't know if I should lean on them again because I was just, needing assistance, needing support like not long ago, like, you know, and it's just like this feeling, I don't know if you can relate to it, to like feeling like a burden. And I thought that that was really interesting. And so I just wanted to be introspective about where is this feeling coming from and kind of examining and digging deeper. And I imagine that other girls, felt like that when they were from young, from girlhood, especially black girls. And some children were even explicitly told that they were a burden or an inconvenience or unwanted. Um, oh, another mouth to feed or whatever. Like their childhood was not really celebrated. It was just kind of like tolerated and the type of parenting. A lot of times the energy around that parenting is like just like providing the physical things for the child, the bare minimum of what's expected of a parent. Like a roof over your head and like some clothes and sometimes food or, but not necessarily, above and beyond parenting, like, going to PTA meetings and um, helping with homework and providing tutoring and talking to you about your emotions and knowing who your best friend is at school and knowing how you feel about your teachers and knowing what tests you have coming up. Um, I really, like I really didn't get that kind of parenting. And I think a lot of Black women can relate to that. Um, and so, especially like the way a lot of Black parents talk about money and like lamenting about things that they have to buy or do for a child, can make a child feel like a burden on the family. And I think that if you don't address that feeling, it's just like team too much. You can just be in your life just doing team too much, and not taking care of yourself and not um, knowing what you want to get out of relationships and what you have to give and defining what you have to give into relationships. um, Employee employer relationships, friendships, family relationships, romantic relationships, etc. And I thought to myself, I am not a burden. And I said, well, if I'm not a burden, then what am I? Like what is this feeling? Like what is this idea that I am in need of support right now? And I thought to myself, honestly, I'm really a gift. And that resonated with me. If you give someone of anything of value, a Mercedes, a diamond, um, a painting, expensive fabric, it doesn't matter what it is. When you have something of value, it needs maintenance and care. You know, you can't just get an Ashton Martin and just drive it into the ground. Like you have to spend a lot of money keeping it up. You know, it needs a lot of attention. It's a beautiful machine when it's given the proper inputs to like do what it was designed to do. And for some reason, that really resonated with me that um, I am a gift to the world, to people around me, but that doesn't mean that I don't need maintenance. And it doesn't mean that I don't need inputs, to keep up, to be able to have what I need, to do what I was designed to do, you know. And so, anywho, that is the message that I wanted to share with you. If you ever feel like a burden, or if you ever feel like, oh, I don't want to, ask this person for anything, or I don't want to share, oh, that I'm, going through something, or if I need help with something, or if I need help understanding something, or if I need, assistance with this or that, um, that you don't feel like you have to burden like that you have to carry everything on your shoulders, that you have to be so self-contained with every single dilemma or every single thing that comes up, and you can't seek support from those around you, because you are a gift to the world and you are a gift to the people around you. And when you have what you need to shine and to thrive, then you are able to do what you are designed to do, what you came into this world to do, what you came into this world to share and to give. You have the ability to do that. You yourself need maintenance. You need maintenance, you need inputs. And, you know, additionally, people who love you want to know how to help you. They want to know how to help you. And they just, if given an opportunity to know, then they would be able to move on some information, something concrete to be a blessing to you. But if you keep everything bottled up to yourself, nobody has an opportunity to come in. And so it does require you to be vulnerable to the people that you love, the people around you, your support system. It does require you to be vulnerable. And that gives a door for people to come into your life and to bless you. So, that takes trust in the people that you love, and that takes trust in yourself, um, trust in spirit, you know, through that whole process. Another thing that I kind of learned through this whole, that I'm still learning through this whole process, is that talking about things, even if people don't even have anything that can help you, or if what you need is too insurmountable, like if it's a large amount of money. I'm like, well, I don't have $25,000, you know. But just talking about it, it's not a secret anymore, and it's so fascinating how your mind is not preoccupied with keeping this secret anymore. Like, let's just say you do need $25,000. Your mind isn't occupied with, how do I keep everybody from knowing that, like, I am in the whole $25,000. And so if your mind is preoccupied with the task of keeping this secret of your financial issue away from everybody, even the closest people to you, it's very taxing and very resource intensive. You wouldn't have the energy to actually strategize how to get the $25,000. You're so preoccupied with keeping up the illusion that everything's fine, everything's fine, everything's fine. So sometimes just letting the cat out of the bag that you're struggling in an area, talking with your friends, asking them to pray with you or pray for you, even if you don't have time to really go into all the details. Just, I'm going through something right now, in the area of such and such, and just keep me in your thoughts and prayers. Or, sometimes there are friends with specific resources that can kind of point you in a certain direction, or sometimes they can just be present with you and hear you, and you externalize. That word really stood out to me. Um, I have a new therapist that I'm talking to, and that word really stood out to me, externalizing certain things, because I'm such an internal person. Like, I internalize a lot. I'm very, like, self-contained, auto, imploding type of person, that I really don't, kind of like spill out onto other people. I kind of just like cave into myself. Um, but talking about things, and some people have other ways of getting it externalized, whether they journal it or if they paint or doodle about certain issues. All of those are ways of getting the issue from inside your head outside of your head. And when the issue is outside of your head, you can see the issue, you can see the challenge from different angles, and like I said, it's not a secret. It would not be a secret at that point. Um, there is the saying that secrets keep us sick, and I do believe there's a lot of wisdom in that saying. So when it's not a secret anymore, you're on top of mind for people as opportunities and come up, as resources become available, as people who that person may know, the networking comes available, um, things at the top of your mind, once it's externalized and you can see, then you can start even connecting the dots yourself about how are you going to come out of this situation. What's going to bring a resolution to the situation? How are you going to get back to balance? Back to like wholeness and wellness and just living comfortably. Um, you increase your chances and you speed up the process of the reconciliation or recuperation, reinstatement, back to balance. You can fast track that and increase your odds once you externalize the problem. And a lot of that has to do with getting your support system in the know about what you're going through. Um, there are so many Black women struggling with a lot of things with mental health. Um, yeah, a lot. And not feeling like they want to burden people with what's going on with them. But when people really love you, they want you here and they want you well. And they want to know how they can help or even just be someone to listen to you and to hold space for you. Try not to assume what people feel about things, like, oh, this person doesn't want to hear me talk, or oh, they, probably are too busy, or, don't make up a story in your head about what's going on with them. Um, just be open and be willing to, like I said, be vulnerable um, with sharing what's going on with you. And you would be really amazed at how that just shines so much more light into what could be a dark space. Even if it's just a glimmer of light, just like at least enough to light your pathway out of the situation, and continue to lean in on your support network and step by step walk up out of it. So remember that you're a gift. Um, and all gifts of value, high value, require maintenance and inputs. So, know that you're a gift and very loved and very unique in the world, and nobody can be you the way you are you. And that's why you're needed here, because you are a gift to the world. And the people around you who love you will love to, um, bask in the glory of your gift. So, give them a chance to do that. And thank you for tuning in. I hope to be back soon. We'll see. I'm not going to make any promises. I don't know. I don't know. That's the truth. I don't know when I'll be back, but I will be back. All right, y'all have a blessed day, night, morning, whenever you catch this. And we'll talk soon. Peace.